I don't think that Sydney Sweeney's very smart. I don't think she's very pretty. It is day 4 of my having uninstalled social media, and I'm feeling pretty good about it. It's just a random Tuesday, and this is the fit. These shoes, I feel like, make my feet look huge, like when I'm looking down at my feet. But then when I look in the mirror and I look to the side, you know, I feel like maybe my feet aren't that massive. I don't know. But, yeah, random Tuesday. Gonna go grab some coffee and study. There's this cool coffee shop called Coco's. It's kind of chic. It's kind of, you know, cute. And the food is delicious, and the coffee is actually supreme. It's way too fucking expensive, and I'm gonna start making coffee at home. I just got a coffee grinder online on Amazon, unfortunately, but nobody else was selling the one that I wanted, and I'm a part of the problem. I know. Anyway, I just love this top because it's all sequency, and I think it was actually worn in some like dance recital play or something. There's like the name of some chick and probably a little girl actually. So it's probably like a little girl top. It's rather small. But I'm practically flat-chested, so it fits me. Okay, let's go to the coffee shop for real. I am outside the coffee shop. I talked to my dad on my way over, and things are not good right now. Just some family stuff is not good, and it's rough, you know? All of us have stuff going on. All of us have family members that struggle more than others, whether it be with addiction or with mental health issues, and it's hard. And it's interesting because the conversation led into all of this Sydney Sweeney controversy right now with her ad with American Eagle jeans, Jeans, as well as Genes. It's just insane. I don't care how well she did in school. I don't care if she has a 4.0. I don't care if she's valedictorian. I just don't think that the way in which we measure intelligence is, I think it's very shallow, personally. I think that she appears to be very shallow. And I know that a lot of this rhetoric matters. Words matter. And so for anybody to disregard the parallels there, I think they are the snowflakes, and I think that they are ignoring what's right in front of them. And I just choose not to. With the rise of, you know, fascists just coming out and proudly saying out loud, "I'm a fascist," like a fucking maniac, that guy on Jubilee. For those of you who've seen it, I'll show a little insert maybe on the side of that guy's fucking crazy face.
Because you're a little bit more than a far-right Republican.
Hey, what can I say?
I think you could say, I'm a fascist.
Yeah, I am. Absolutely.
I'm just checking who's clapping.
I just don't think that the othering of peoples is ever a good sign for what's ahead. I have a sibling that I don't talk to anymore, and so much led up to that, for sure. But growing up, I told you guys that in my last video that I was raised in a very cultish environment. My mother had 9 children. I'm the youngest, second youngest, and the sibling that I'm not talking to anymore is the youngest. And even though we were raised under the same roof, we didn't really have access to each other. If there was ever a fight, it never really got resolved. We weren't allowed to let the sun go down upon our wrath, but we weren't really allowed to discuss how we got to, you know, certain points in our rage, and we just couldn't break down the conflicts and the frustrations that we were experiencing in order to truly get through our problems with one another. And anyway, I'm just finding it very, very concerning that mental health, mental illness I'm just experiencing like this weird resurgence of stigmatism. Yeah, I'm definitely disturbed. I want to press forward and continue conversations in these areas, because I do not agree with eugenics. I do not believe in the Aryan race. I do not believe that one's worth should be tied to one's genetics. I think that's absurd. I have dyslexia, which is a genetic transfer. And it does, at times, keep me from absorbing information as quickly as others might. Sometimes I have to mull things over a bit longer than others. I have to reread a page over and over and over again, in which it does frustrate me, and I may not process things at the pace of others, but I do get there. Does that make me less than? No. But there are those who obviously think so, and it makes me sick. I don't think that Sydney Sweeney is very smart. I don't think she's very pretty, but that's me. I think that she's just another grifter. If she's going to sell a whole bunch of horny boys her bathwater, I think that that should spell it out for everyone. And also, the boys buying the bathwater are fucking idiots and need to get out of their basements, get a life, get some sunshine, talk to a real girl, because Sydney Sweeney's fake as fuck, in my opinion. But who am I? I'm Bekka Jean, and I plan on showing up a lot more. And in my last video, I did say I don't claim to know everything, but I'm gonna start just coming as I am and learn as I go. And I'm not afraid of getting it wrong. I'm not afraid of falling on my fucking face and looking like an idiot anymore. There's no time to waste. We've got to show up. And I'm trying. Let's go get some coffee. There's also this delicious salad. It's called the cowboy salad, I think. It's got steak. It's got lentils. It's got carrots. I forget what else is in there, but I'm gonna get that. And then I'm also gonna get the rose honey iced latte. I'm so excited! Let's go, let's go. Got through a decent chunk of my studies, and now I'm at the park and I'm gonna do some writing and reading, and I'm excited to get all my writings organized because I've been writing since I've been journaling since I was just a little kid. But as far as all of my writings for my songs and maybe future poetry books, because I did publish one poetry book, but for future poetry books I've got to get my writings organized, man. I'm excited though. I got my On Tyranny book that I've got to finish. Good stuff. Good stuff, I don't know. And then I got my little art journal that I'm working on. I'm just putting like random stickers in it, random receipts, little menus from little places I've eaten, just so I can look back on the year and remember everything I did and just reminisce about, you know, who I was and who I am, how I've changed, what new things I've learned. Yeah, so I'm excited to be still. It's such a beautiful freaking day too, so no better day to be still and just take in the air. I'm so excited to get these thoughts out of my head and onto these pages. I just can't tell you how excited I am for the future. I wonder where life will be a year from now, because if I'm consistent with my music and I start showing up in the community more and I push towards getting on larger stages, performing my music, I know it'll get heard, and I know that it'll be well received. Maybe not by everybody, but you know, it's not logical to be everybody's cup of tea. It's completely, that's not a height that I ever expect to reach. It's It's not about being liked by everybody. It's just about being true to who you are and sharing that, you know? It feels good. Okay, I'm gonna take some time off screen now and write some thoughts down. Mwah. My sister brought me muffins. She brought me mini muffins. Let me show you. And they're so pretty. She just started like a little baking business. It's called Not a Phase Baked Goods, and she's selling them at the Armory downtown here in Greeley, Colorado. And they're so pretty. She didn't bring me brownie bites though. She ate them all because she said they're so good. So hopefully the next batch I'll get some. Totally unfair. But yeah, I've been writing. It feels really good to get my thoughts down on paper. A really cool breeze is coming in, and this tree that I'm under, it's just so beautiful. It's like my new best friend. I wonder what its name is. I guess I should ask. I guess it's just rather rude of me to not ask. Especially when I just planted myself right next to it, right? Invading its space. Maybe it doesn't even like me. But it doesn't know me, so I should probably just let it get to know me and see how far this friendship lasts, you know? How deep our roots will grow. Sorry, I'm being fucking weird. I'm in a really good mood. My sister brought me muffins. How could I not be in a good mood? Gonna head back to the house, work in my studio some, organize stuff. There's a really cool art day that's going to be held at the Armory this coming Sunday, so I'm gonna go through all my art supplies and downsize and give stuff away to other artist friends that I have, and it feels good. It feels good to, like I said, I think it was either earlier today or in my last video, but honing in, becoming more intentional, really siphoning all of my focus, you know. It feels so good. There's ants all over my notebook. I'm gonna be like going home covered in ants and little bugs. It's fine. It's whatever. I'm super itchy though. I don't know if I'm allergic to grass or not, which is why I brought a blanket, but the ants are all over me. At least they're not biting me yet. Okay. Love you guys. See you at the house. Bye. Hi guys. I meant to film more throughout the evening, and this is my first time stepping into the studio today. I didn't get a chance to get in here. I had dinner late, and I got caught up in the kitchen organizing stuff, and blah blah blah. I went to the park too. Oh yeah, you saw a little bit of that. And then my hubby and I just got back from a walk. Hi Gannon, this is my cat Gannon, for those of you who have not met him yet over on my Instagram and TikTok. He's a good boy. His brother is Link. Where's my Zelda fans at? That's my water! Ugh, it's mine. You're so selfish. Anyway, tomorrow I am going to the Music District in Fort Collins. It's a really cool resource for musicians trying to learn more about the industry. So I'm super excited. Gonna be doing like an orientation of sorts for a workshop. I'm gonna learn more about sync licensing throughout August and September, so fingers crossed that all goes well. I'll be back with another video in a couple of days, probably. Just gonna be filming randomly about what goes on, what my progress is around the house and with music and with studying and just living my life. And if that sounds interesting to you, stick around, subscribe, ask questions in the comments. If you got this far, comment, what's up? That's lame. No. What else? What's better? Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. Comment that if you made it this far in the video. Say bye, Gannon. See you soon, suckers. Love you. Peace out. Bye.